Hey guys, Travis with TCustomz Productions, TCustomz.com. Today's video, just a quick review on the Soundgine music store. So earlier this year, I did a review on Euphony Beat Store, which is the primary, instrumental licensing service, embeddable player that I use. I've been using on my website for nearly 4 years now. This is the primary service that I use to license my instrumentals from my website. And they have now transitioned to Soundgine, which is now a more comprehensive music store. So not only can you license your beats and instrumentals if you're a music producer, but you can also license and sell your albums, your singles, your EPs, mixtapes, whatever, all within this single service. If you're a producer and you want to work with other artists and help license their music directly on your site, or you're an artist yourself and a producer and you want to sell your EP at the same time as sell your beats, you can do that all within the Soundgine player and service. There are other similar services out, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the best, and that's why I've been using them as long as I have. They're constantly making updates. They're taking input from their customer base to make this the best music store on the market. I believe they're doing an excellent job. Like I mentioned in the last review, you actually get 4 embeddable music stores, and they've actually added a 5th that's a customizable, what they call a pod. So once you've uploaded a certain part of your catalog, you can use a pod within the admin panel, create a pod that is a subset of your catalog, and then if you want to embed a pod on maybe one of your subgenre pages, or you just want to highlight certain tracks, you can do that. But this is the engine, the large flash player like I had shown before. Pretty much looks the same, although there were a lot of little small changes and updates that they've made. They've added this little spotlight feature at the top where you can put a spotlight video, you can put all your social pages here. They've also added something that's really cool. It allows you to give you another visual representation of your instrumental, so you can attach actually a YouTube video to your track. So you'll see this little play icon here. If I click that, that then brings up a YouTube video that's corresponding to that track. So if you're selling an instrumental, maybe you put together a beat making video, or you just have a track that, with another picture or whatever on your YouTube channel, you can link that here, and the person who comes to your site can actually click and play a video corresponding to that. Or let's say you just released a single, or you're selling an album or EP or whatever, and you released a music video and you want to promote your project. Well, you can actually attach that video within this music store. It's really going to help you give that extra marketability to your tracks, to allow people to connect with you on a more personal level than just listening to the song or beat. So that's a really cool thing they've just added recently. You can also offer free downloads. If you want to offer a demonstration download to your beat, you could put a little short snippet, a tagged instrumental, whatever. You can also be collecting emails, building your email list this way. This is also something really awesome. From a marketing standpoint, I definitely take advantage of this option to give out a free demonstration download. It's really cool, and these columns are customizable. You don't have to have free here. You could have different licensing options. That will be entirely up to you. You can customize all that within the admin panel. So this is what the primary engine music player looks like. You can embed this wherever on your website, your blog. And so this is just the beats instrumentals view. So if I click on albums, this is really cool. I really like this. Looks very much like iTunes in a sense of you get to see a preview of the cover first. You get to see an album price. And so if I click this cover, you'll see that it loads up all the tracks. So now I can preview all the tracks individually. I can buy them individually as singles, or I can buy the entire album right within this albums tab. If you don't have albums, if you don't have singles, you can just have the beats option, or if you just have albums and don't have beats, you can fully customize this depending on what your needs are. So another cool option that you have within the Soundgine store is the singles page, the singles option. So if you're selling your singles, you have the same functionality here to add your music video. Like I said before, if you're a producer primarily and you want to help promote the artist that you're working with, you can actually work out a deal with them, maybe sell their music directly on your site. I'll show you in a minute the way that I'm utilizing the albums tab, not necessarily as albums, but kind of utilizing the same functionality on my beat licensing site. So this is pretty cool. A lot of really cool stuff in here. So this is just the engine flash embed, right? So the next one is Micron. So if you don't have as much real estate on your site or blog, this is just kind of a compact version of the large flash. The same kind of functionality is here. I just think it looks really dope. These skins are fully customizable. I think you could even change it here if I do themed. I can see kind of like an example of what one of the skins would look like. So this is really dope. Okay, so the next embed that you get access to is what's called the Mecha 5. This is an fully HTML5 embed, and so if you want to eliminate Flash altogether, you can use this instead. You know, I typically like to put the Flash where it's still applicable and then just substitute in the HTML5 if they're going to be on a tablet or on a mobile, whatever. That's entirely up to you, but this is another option that you get. And then the fully mobile version, this is kind of an example of what it will look like. And I could do a demo. It's going to be all wide, weird looking on this screen because it's not actually on a mobile. It actually will adjust to the real estate that it's on. But anyway, you get the idea. And the last one that I mentioned is the pod. So this is just kind of a miniature version that you're able to take a subset and kind of create your own custom playlists, and you can embed these just like you can any of the other ones. And they have a Flash and an HTML5 version if you want to, again, eliminate the Flash. So come over here to the features. Again, a lot of stuff that I had already talked about. You know, you can accept PayPal and credit card. You have dual checkout options. There's just a lot of really dope stuff. I'm going to put a link to all this information in the description below, but before, I wanted to highlight one brand new feature that they've added that's really dope, and I think is going to help out a lot of folks, whether you're a producer or a musician. But I get a lot of people asking me about a website, and me personally, I customize and run my own website, so it's not a problem. But I understand some people just want kind of a plug and play option, just get it going and get something up and running. And what's really dope is within the Soundgine service, you actually get more or less a website. It's called View, and I'm going to show you a little example of what it looks like. Basically, what they do is when you create an account, they create a subdomain with your username, and you also have the ability to actually put in a redirect. So if you want to have your own domain, or you already have your own domain name, you can use this kind of to host your site and then have a redirect that goes to your whatever your domain name is. So this is pretty much what it looks like. You have full customization within your admin panel to customize it. So like me personally, I said I have my own site, so this is what mine looks like. You know, it's got all the templates set up for me. It's got my beat store here. It's got some stuff in here. Now I can go in my admin panel, you know, customize and change this if I actually want to use this. And another thing that's really dope about it is it's mobile friendly. It's responsive. So it's going to look great on any of your devices, whether they're looking on a desktop, a tablet, mobile phone. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't want to spend a lot of time getting a website up and running, you can utilize this free, more or less a free website within the Soundgine service and get something up and running right away, and then you can put it in your redirect if you want to have your own custom URL, have your own domain name. So this is something new. I was just actually getting in here for the first time myself. It looks really dope. Put all your licensing options, you know, whatever. You can get in there and fix it the way you want. But this is something they just added new. So this is, you're not paying any extra for this. It's just included within the service. So I wanted to highlight that because that was a big launch that they just did. I wanted to show you another example of how I'm utilizing the albums on my beat store. So I'm licensing instrumentals here. Instead of having albums, I've actually customized this to beat tapes. And so when you click here, you'll see basically my instrumental albums, and it's the same concept. When you click here, you can buy the tracks individually, or you can buy the entire album. So I just want to show you kind of a little variation. I just wanted to do a quick review, an update to the last Euphony Beats review that I did, highlight some of the new features that they've recently added. I mean, they're constantly updating, so I don't even really know what all new is coming. I know that there's a lot of new things in the works, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what they release next. Hopefully this was helpful. You got any questions, let me know. I'll put a link below so you guys can check out all the information. You know, if you're using some other beat store, some of them are, you know, okay, and they've worked for me in the past, but I don't really see myself using anything else other than this store moving forward. So got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.